Hello students, today we will continue with the second lecture of this series. We are dealing with the second chapter of class 12, Biology, Human Reproduction. Let's start with female reproductive system today. As we all know, the female reproductive system consists of a pair of ovaries, accessory ducts, accessory glands and the external genitalia combinedly known as vulva. Let's start with ovaries. So ovaries are the primary sex organs or gonads found in the pelvic cavity of female. They are almond shaped and they produce the hormones estrogen and progesterone that are responsible for maintaining the menstrual cycle and also for the development of secondary sexual characteristics in females. Now, from the ovaries, let us move towards the accessory ducts. The accessory ducts are three in number: the fallopian tubes, uterus, and the third one is cervix and vagina. The fallopian tubes has three parts, or each fallopian tube has three parts. What are they? The first one is infundibulum, which consists of finger-like projections called embryo, and which are used to catch or collect the ovum. Then there is the ampulla region, the wider region, where fertilization takes place, and then we have the not the wider region, from thinner region, narrow region, which is known as isthmus, and the isthmus finally lands into the, or finally gets connected to the uterus. What is uterus? It is a pear-shaped organ and it consists of three layers. What are those three layers? Outer layer perimetrium, middle layer myometrium, and the third one is the inner layer endometrium. The perimetrium is protective in nature. Myometrium, in myometrium we find the uterine contractions which helps in the ejection of the fully grown fetus outside the womb of the mother. Then we have the endometrium, which plays a very significant role in menstruation, and it also plays an important role in implantation and for the development of the fetus, fully developed fetus. Now let us study about the external genitalia. The external genitalia, collectively known as vulva, it consists of mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, then we have the vestibule, hymen and clitoris. What is mons pubis? Mons pubis is composed of fatty acids and it provides a sort of cushion covered with pubic hair. Then we have the labia majora, which are the outer folds that protect the inner parts. The inner layer is known as labia minora that surrounds the vestibule. And it swells when aroused. When it is aroused, it swells. Then it is the turn of the vestibule. The vestibule is surrounded by labia minora and it consists of two openings, the urethral opening and the vaginal opening. The vaginal opening, or the opening of surface of the vagina, is covered with a hymen. The hymen doesn't have any major role in reproductive system. The last but not the least is the clitoris. The clitoris is the erectile organ for providing sexual pleasure to the female. Now let us study about the accessory glands. Here we will deal with mammary glands also only. What are mammary glands? They are paired fatty glands. They are main sweat glands. They are mainly composed of fats and glandular tissue, and they become fully developed when the child is born. They produce milk. That particular process is known as lactation, and the first milk that is produced is known as colostrum, which is rich in antibody IgA, which is very much beneficial for the newborn children. Now let us study about the structure of a mammary gland. A mammary gland is composed of 15 to 20 lobes, and each lobe consists of many lobules containing alveoli. The alveoli is lined by epithelial cells. The epithelial cells produce milk. The alveoli is also surrounded by myoepithelial cells that contract and push the milk out. Now, the milk from alveoli moves into the mammary tubules. From the mammary tubules, the wider region, the mammary ducts, and the mammary ducts join together to form the mammary ampulla. From the mammary ampulla, the milk moves into the lacteous ducts, and from the lacteous ducts, it finally opens into the nipple. When the baby sucks the nipple, it gets the milk. There is a dark area around the nipple that is known as areola, which provides lubrication to the nipple. Now let us discuss about oogenesis. What is oogenesis? It is the formation of ova from primordial germ cells that is found in the ovary. How does it happen? It happens in 4 stages, 3 stages mainly. Multiplication stage, then we have the growth stage, and finally it is the maturation stage. What happens during the multiplication stage? The primordial germ cells undergo repeated mitotic divisions to form oogonia. This happens at the fetal stage, the embryonic stage or fetal stage. The oogonia increase in number and they enter the growth phase. What happens during the growth phase? The oogonia increase their size and they form or become primary oocytes. The primary oocyte is surrounded by a number of cells, and as a result of that, the primary follicle is formed. The primary oocyte undergoes meiosis 1 but gets arrested at the diplotin stage of prophase 1. Here, during the resting stage, it gathers the nutrients RNA and prepares itself for the maturation stage. During the maturation stage, when the female reaches puberty, under the influence of LH luteinizing hormone and FSH follicle stimulating hormone, the meiosis 1 again starts, and as a result of that, the primary oocyte undergoes meiosis and forms first polar body and secondary oocyte. The secondary oocyte again starts meiosis 2 but gets arrested at metaphase 2 until fertilization occurs. When fertilization happens, what happens? This secondary oocyte gets converted into secondary polar body and ovum. Secondary polar body also degenerates, and finally we have the ovum. So we will wind it up for today, and in the next chapter we will start with the different topics. For the time being, it's good night to all of you.